Hi all, this is Dr. J, streaming live from Long Island, New York, where it's a delightful fall day. I know we're very close to winter, but we haven't reached it yet, and it feels more like fall than winter. I'll take it. So right after this show, if I can get out for a bit of fresh air, I will. Want to say hello to Arjun. What's up, Doc? Paul Kim. Hello all. BCX to the moon. Linda, hi, and Big Tex. I'm going to put them on the screen. Oh, Big Tex, we're in the money, man. TGTX, we're going to talk about that today. Big Tex, you're making Dr. J richer than I already am. What am I going to do with all the money? What did I say on Wednesday? I said after the show, I was going to buy Lake for an earnings play and sell it in the pre-market. Well, that's what I did. Sometimes I'm a genius. Sometimes I'm not. Hey, David, how you doing? Hey, Paul, good to see you. Never a bad thing to add ATHX in the long run, maybe not in the short run, who knows. We'll take a look at the chart. I have about 12 charts that I did that I think are most relevant to those who follow the show that I want to go over. Right now, I am on a tight time schedule, so I don't know if I can do a full hour. Let's see how much I can get in. Also, Jake is in. Remember, Jake said he's going to go on vacation to the top of a volcano. I think he's in the volcano. I don't know where he is. He's liable to erupt. Yes, and I love it. I wanted to buy it just on the chart alone, but I didn't yet because I'm suspect of the market as a whole. Cat, good move, man. That's a good move. Linda agrees. Hey, Pablo. 20s it is, first quarter. Take out 35. I don't know. Just guessing. We'd all love that, right? 35 would be a very nice number. Oh, yeah? Heath, what did I tell you about Heatbox? I told you stay away. After the reverse split, it is down. Maybe now, if you want to nibble, look for a bounce. Antonio said not to sell NWBO below $5. Who said? You said? $5 would make me, Dr. J, very happy, I'll tell you that much. I don't know what it's doing lately. I don't watch it every single, 500,000 shares. $5 would be 2.5 mil. That sounds like a nice, tidy number, Antonio. The Japan approval on BCRX, I think it's small potatoes. It's already baked in. One of your luckiest grabs 480 after hours last. Attaboy. It's not lucky. It's watching this show and you've whetted your appetite. As always, do your own due diligence. Our opinions are strictly our own. Mine, Jake's, Professor Spike, Arjun, whoever's on with me, whoever's in the peanut gallery. Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. I think we got to get to work. I'll check back to see if Jake is in the peanut gallery. If anybody wants to come on with me right now, let me know. Mustafa, what's up with you? Ha! That's cute. It's okay to fall in love with the ones that go, not the ones that go. Don't write calls on BCRX only by long. This thing is going parabolic. This isn't investment advice. It's logic. It's not advice. It's logic. Ice cream on you. I told you what I want. I want some Ben and Jerry Cherry Garcia with some chocolate syrup. It'll make me happy. You carry that one, or you don't have that one? I don't know if you have that one. You make your own ice cream, right? In any event, you'll have to put it in the mail to me. That would work well. All right. So let's get to work. Let me get rid of that. Oh, Arjun, you'll come on? Great. All right, so I'll invite you. I could use someone to bounce ideas off of. That's great. I'm inviting you via email. Okay. So that should arrive shortly. Now let me do the share screen thing. I'll still be able to see when you're in the waiting room, I hope. Yeah, I hopefully got the right Arjun, yeah. Okay, so now we should be sharing screen. Maybe I'll wait a minute for Arjun to arrive. There we go. Hey, Arjun, just in time to help me out. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Happy Friday.
Yes, you're looking forward to the Pittsburgh-Buffalo game?
I am. I'm going to be on a flight for it, though. I'm going back to California this weekend.
Oh, you're back to Cal. We're in California.
I live in Oakland. I've just been on the East Coast for a while just to hang out with family.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But,
well, you can join us from wherever. It doesn't really matter much.
Exactly.
And Jake is trying to connect from a volcano.
He's in the volcano?
Yeah, I think he's in the volcano. Are you in the volcano? Jake,
I'm not in the volcano, but yeah, I'm not in the volcano, but it's right behind me. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not. Well, I technically am. This.
You're technically in it.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay. Yeah, technically, because this lake here is was made from a volcano explosion. So.
Are you at Crater Lake?
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I was just at Crater Lake.
No, I'm at the Lake Atalan in Guatemala.
Oh wow, even better. Dr. J, can you take the comment off the screen so we can see everything?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Heath.
Arjun is getting a fan collection.
Nice.
Okay. So I got you featured now, so if everyone could see where you are broadcasting from, it's really neat.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah,
it's kind of a nice place, you know.
Looks very nice.
Yeah.
How long you're there? You're there for a week, right?
Yeah, I'm there for a week. I book a one-way ticket, but I'll probably come back on Sunday or Monday. I need to do some lunch.
Where exactly is this volcano?
This is in Guatemala, so I think you can see one of the volcanoes right there, like in the back.
Nice.
Yeah, right there.
Are there many people touring, or are you very alone?
Right.
How populated is this location?
Right. Well, I was here myself, and then I have one friend with me. Not very populated.
Not
yeah, there's a lot of indigenous people, but there are some, you know, there's there are some foreigners, you know, just like nomadic people like myself. And I have a one friend here with me,
And what did you say
and
about the
you know,
lake?
just working and
What did you say about the lake? I didn't
enjoying the
catch.
views.
You said something
You know,
about the lake behind you.
He's breaking up, but he
well,
said
it's
basically
made from a volcano explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made from a it's made 1,000 years ago from like volcano.
Okay. So now the only thing spewing anything is
Yeah.
spewing his advice, right? But not investment advice.
No.
Yeah, not yeah, yeah. Here comes the disclaimer.
Nothing here is investment advice.
I did the disclaimer already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Very good.
What happened to Arjun?
Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Someone was calling me.
I
Some
don't
spam.
want to lose anybody. So we have a load of stocks to look at. I charted 12, including your SRAC, Jake. Thank you very much. You're making me rich.
Oh, nice. Good. Yeah.
I bought
That
it.
was some close to insider information that you can get.
Well,
without going to jail.
Will you quit saying that? You're scaring me. Are you trying to get the chickens out of me?
Oh, man.
Inside information.
No, without going to jail. Yeah.
Without going to jail.
Right.
Dr. J, you got to project the charts again.
Yes, all right, let me do that.
Yeah, that looks beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I had much better internet at the last place I was at, but right now my internet's not great.
This is very, very unique. I feel like I'm in Guatemala.
Yeah, you kind of are, you know.
Yeah. Well, remember on Wednesday, Jake wasn't here, Arjun was here. Dr. J said there's an engulfing candle formed on for the day, and be careful. So what did Dr. J buy after this show? I bought SPXU, I bought HIBS, I bought VXX and UVXY. So I loaded up on insurance. Looks like some of that insurance is paying off today. I'm worried about the market over the next week or so. I think it'll be good in January, but I'm not sure about, let's say, up until the end of the year. So we might have a little weakness here. I have my insurance in.
Dr. J, do you ever buy SQQQ?
No, I've never gotten, is that long or short the Qs?
That's Ultra Pro Short. It's basically the inverse of QQQ.
Yeah, it's not triple short.
Yeah, it looks like it's doing fairly well today.
When I do buy these things, I buy the triple inverse.
Okay.
You know, you get 3 times. The problem
That makes sense.
is you cannot stay in it for long because the math will kill you.
Yep.
So anyway, let's slide this down a little bit. You see, you see the negative engulfing, the big red candle. It totally engulfed the day before, including the body, engulfing the body, the entire candle engulfing the entire candle. It came at the all-time high, which makes it much more ominous than if it came, say, down here on a little downtrend. It was on a strictly uptrend. Makes me nervous. I think we can pull back to the 50. If we pull back to the 50, we're looking at what? What's the 50 today? The 50 is 35.17.
Yeah.
So I see it. I'm not saying it will, but I have my insurance just in case. I'm already up on my insurance, and if I have to, if I worst case, I break even on my insurance. And I don't want to. I hope I don't have to use my insurance, but it's like any other insurance policy. That's how I view it. You don't really want to use it, but you just in case. So I did buy insurance based on this chart. Now, this is not obviously what I bought. You don't buy the index. I bought SPXU, which is a chart of which is right here. It should be the opposite. It should be up today, and it is. It's up 2.5% or 15 cents to 6, whatever.
I think Jake's in the waiting room now.
Oh, Jake got knocked out. It's an unstable internet from the volcanoes of Guatemala. Yeah. I'll get him back.
Okay.
If I can get my mouse to click on the right.
Oh, so this is the one you buy, SPXU. Okay.
Yeah, Jake. Good to have you back. I was just starting SPX and SPXU. SPXU is 3 times there, 3 times the inverse. So it has a nice little curve to it. Not a big deal today, but it's insurance.
And Jake's just flexing on us now. Jesus.
Notice the concavity of the curve. It's starting to go concave up.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I mean, it's not that I'm bragging. It's just that I told you what I was going to do, and I did what I said I was going to do.
No, this makes sense.
Same with the shorts, the VIX shorts. Take a look at those. It's really short market when you buy the VIX. This is a surrogate for the VIX, VXX. I'm up a whopping 6%. I didn't buy enough, apparently. I probably would have taken some off the table already with a 6% move in one day, 2 days. The VIX.
Yeah, I've never made much money on insurance. Thank God.
Well, that's correct. It's only insurance. I don't want to make money on this because it means I'm going to be losing on my Apple, my Amazon, my Walmart, you name it, my 3M, all the FedEx. I mean, all my blue chips are going to get hit. So I don't really want to make money on this, but it's insurance. I think I may make money on this, and at least I won't take as bad a hit as if I didn't buy it.
Makes sense.
At this point, the worst I can do is break even on the insurance. BCRX, I feel foolish because I said I was going to jump in with some call options on Thursday, and I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, because of the general market. I didn't trust the market. So
man.
I lost my appetite to buy anything.
Yeah, I loaded the last 2 days. I was buying almost exclusively June 10s. I was getting a lot of good prices under 2. Now it looks like it's sitting in the 220s, 230s.
It's beautiful looking chart. I mean, it's pulling back a little in the middle of the day, but it had been as high as, let's see, had been as high as 845. Nice little pop today. On a down day, don't forget. We're still up 7%. Showing a lot of strength, a lot of strength. I'm not going to project where it's going because, you know, I have half my original bet, investment, excuse me. And I'm going to let it ride, let it fly. And I may still add. I mean, I did not add, I cannot tell a lie. What I bought after the show, I did not add BCRX anymore. I added some Lake, I added some insurance. I sold all my pre-market, thank goodness, because it's down significantly, just like it did last time. Fool me once, okay, but you're not going to fool me twice. Lake,
so yeah, I agree. My advice here, I've had some people ask, like, should I write calls, or I really don't think anyone should be writing calls on this. Go long calls if you have to do it, but
that's not advice. That's what you did.
Hey, I'm just saying this is not investment advice, but
It's just
I don't see the point in suppressing upside when we don't know where this is going. I feel like that's
you're sharing your thinking. That's what you're doing.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because I've seen people throw out the idea of writing tens or so in January.
Wetware has a complicated strategy that involves calls, buying a lot of calls and writing on them, and then just doing it again if he doesn't get called away. And even if he does get called away, does it again. He's been making money. So you can't criticize doing that. It's just another approach.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you don't
Everybody has,
really lose
Wetware is a mathematician. I think he's a
writing
mathematician as well. So he's looking at the numbers very carefully, and he's making out to each their own, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably write calls with half your shares.
He's not. He's buying the call, and then he's writing. Then he's writing it, right? That's
I see.
Isn't that how it works? He's not selling it naked.
No, yeah, you have to have the shares to sell the call. Yeah,
Right. Oh, yeah, that's what he's doing. He's buying the shares, and then writing the calls.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone has different approaches. It's just my personal approach when it comes to things that are on a mighty upswing is just wait for some stability before you start writing calls. I agree that it made a lot of sense to do so the last 3 months. Now I'm just saying, proceed with a little bit of caution. You may be suppressing some upside. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
You
can probably write calls just with half your of your holdings and just let the rest ride, and then you protect against some downside as well, if any.
So there's various strategies. We're not going to go into all of them, obviously. And we can share what we did. I'm just sitting with my shares. I'm not writing any calls. I'm not, as of yet, haven't bought any calls. As a rule, I don't do well as an option trader. For whatever reason, I don't know quite what it is, but I do much better with the shares. So, and I'm not greedy. I'm not looking to make the high leverage play with the calls necessarily. So I did do it with CVM, and I wound up losing because those calls expired. I have January calls, and if they expire, I'll lose a lot of money. So it doesn't work for me all the time. I bought them way in advance, which is probably not the way to play them either. Probably the leaps are not the right way. Well, if you really want to gamble, you buy it 3 days before the option expiration. You put the penny, and you hope Gad surprises.
One of the worst.
One of the worst ways, right, Jake? But you're picking them up for pennies.
The CVM, right? I mean, the calls are probably one of the biggest scam of all time, right?
Definitely.
Any calls for 2020, I mean, people made a ton of money on that. Yeah.
I mean, just
and the institution, right? Any institution that were holding, well, for the most, except for like the BlackRock, for example, any other, I mean, anyone that holds, any institution that holds shares had also wrote calls and hold puts. So 2020 calls, I mean, ridiculous premium, right? It's like $5 right each for some of them. So you could have made a ton of money writing them.
Yeah.
The question is when this data is going to come out. I mean, if you know when it's going to come out, you'll make money either way. Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
the point I was trying to make is if you're really a gambler, you go into the strangle 3 days before expiry.
Oh,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
if Gad pulls the quickie and comes out with the data just prior
Right.
to option expiration, you're rich.
Yep.
So even if you do that 3-4 months in a row and you do hit it on the
Right.
fourth month, you're going to make plenty of money because you're picking them up for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
That's
Like
funny.
20 cents, 30 cents. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now we have the 100 as strict resistance for ATHX. 3 days in a row it hit the 100 and was repelled. Don't like that. If it can't get through the 100, then it goes the other way. We're still in an upward trend line, on upward trend circle, even whatever you want to call it. We have the upward trend going, but it has to get through the 100. The 100's coming down every day, so we have 3 successive day candles in a row with a lower high each day. Now, I don't like the picture. I want to see it. I want to see next week busting that 100. I think the 50 may prove to be support here. So we're trading essentially between, in my view, between the 50 and the 100 on ATHX. Of course, we're all waiting for the day that in December, which is not many days left, that Hardy, who's been causing all kinds of grief for Gill on the board, and Hardy, the Japanese partner, announces the completion of dosing on a ischemic stroke trial in Japan. Then we're looking at 3 more months before you can analyze the data, and then quick approval by PMDA. So this thing could be approved by PMDA sometime in next year. I think it should be. I don't see it missing, although anything is possible. I don't see it missing because they were accused of cherry picking the original data from the trial that failed, the joint trial with Roche. That failed because they allowed the dosing to go too far after the stroke oncoming first symptoms of the stroke. Now they narrowed the window, I think, to 36 hours as opposed to a longer period. I think they're going to do quite well because the subset that was 36 hours or less did quite well. So my reasoning is it's almost a shoo-in at this point for approval in Japan. All right, they were accused of cherry picking, but that ain't cherry picking. That's just a smart way to go into the next trial. All right, cherry picking is not the word that I would call it. DMYT I wanted to look at, but before we look at that, let's look at CVM. DYMT is a gaming stock that I sold some of my LCA to go into. And so far I'm about not making the money, not losing money by the switch. But we'll talk about that in a minute. CVM is having a nice day. Up 31 pennies, 2.21%. On a down day, to have a day like today is very good. I think the recent dilution, the recent raise of money by selling more shares to Aegis Capital was something I would have done if I was CEO. So I'm not upset by that. And in fact, I'm encouraged by it because this company already had a ton of money invested in it, and they took a bigger jump. I'm also encouraged by the fact that ErgoMed still owns its shares, which it received in lieu of payment, in lieu of cash payment. So there's a lot of encouraging signs, people that believe in this company, other than Get, I do think Gert truly believes in it. So although there's been a lot of doubt cast by shorts in the recent months, I still think it's an even money call. The biggest worry is the FDA halt of the trials in late 2016 due to efficacy and not enough efficacy and safety issues. So don't get me, but it turns out that the 928th patient was already dosed, and it was a moot point about stopping it. They allowed the continuation to the 200 and whatever 298th event, which occurred in when was it? About 7 months ago, early May, 8 months ago, early May. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November. About 8 months ago. So yes, can it fail? Certainly. Can it succeed? I think it's not a favorite, but I think it's even money, and you're going to get 4 or 5 to 1 on your money. So I'm still in it. I trimmed my position in half, largely due to the fact that I don't need that exposure. I don't need to expose myself that much. I don't want to get arrested for exposure, right? So
Yeah.
I trimmed my position due to the fact that, hey, I'll take the smaller win. I don't want the big loss. Defense.
That makes sense. Sounds like you're not advising a starter position here unless it's speculative.
Well, it's totally, because it's going to go to 0 if it fails.
So if people want to start a position, it sounds like maybe just dabble in a few
First
calls.
time.
It's more than a starter position. It's both a starter position and a final position.
Yeah, totally. But
Yeah.
if someone has no position in this,
Well, if they want to go to the casino instead, it's similar odds. I think if you
Yeah,
put
similar odds.
if you put
Maybe better.
if you put $10,000 on the pass line and throw a 7, you're an instant winner. If you put $10,000 on CVM and the data's good, you're an instant winner. Same thing. And if you throw if you crap out, you lose immediately. And if the data's no good, you lose immediately. This is not one that you're going to hold on to for long.
yep.
I'm not advising anything. I'm just saying I assess the odds at even money.
Okay.
And I said what I did. I kept half my original position.
I'm gonna go with.
You're going to say you're going to bet
Yeah.
you're going to bet a don't pass in the You're putting your money on the don't pass line, right? Jake, you're breaking up on us.
It's gone.
Well, I'll tell you, Jake is not overly happy with CVM. I'll talk for him. I told you his reaction when I told him about the dilution. He said, "I'm buying puts." But better yet is to buy strangle in Jake's mind. So his idea is to strangle or straddle, whatever you want to call the doggone thing. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, if you can hear me,
Jake, your idea is to buy.
if you're gonna play anything at all.
You buy a strangle, right?
If you're gonna do anything at all, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like once again, I mean, my biggest thing, right, like you said, is the FDA stopping the trial, and also the dubious past of the entire management team. Maximilian, the founder, he was, got investigated about SEC. Gert married his company. I mean, it's just a weird company. They designed the trial to last as long as possible. Management team is collecting a huge paycheck. You look at the board members; they're all also some really dubious character. No one had any previous win at all in any biotech industry. The only guy with a big pharma experience, he worked probably part-time or is just on the board just for, credibility for this company. Only way that this didn't go anywhere is like they just got really lucky with a certain product, multi-kind, which by the way, the trial design is also really clunky. But they could just like hit the jackpot with choosing the right product in multi-kind. That
I
could
actually
be the
disagree
case.
with that. I
But
disagree with Jacob.
everything else,
I disagree with one thing you said. The trial design is a gem. It's the only trial design with immunotherapy where the immunotherapy drug is given first prior to standard of care. That's a huge win.
Hmm.
Now, the fact that it's event-driven, maybe you don't like. I don't know why you say that you're criticizing the trial design. I think that's a brilliant trial design. I don't know how Gertz swung it, because the FDA was insisting with everybody else that the immunotherapy drug be given after the standard of care. And Gert was able to convince them to let it go first. And I think that could make a huge difference. Jake, you there?
Lost him.
So we'll never know why Jake doesn't like the trial design. All right, enough time. Too much time on CVM.
Yeah.
Come back to AUPH if Jake makes it back, because do I have to let him in again?
Maybe.
Let me go back to StreamYard. Yeah, I have to let him in again. Jake, we're going to do your sweetheart, Arena Pharmaceuticals.
oh yeah, this is a real company.
Okay. What's your definition of a real company?
Well, a couple of things. One, previous success, actually a legitimate CEO. I mean, for CEO or the previous CEO, now chairman of the board, he's a doctor. Once again, his last company he exited, the price was 6. He exited at 24, almost overnight. He semi-retired, came back because he believed in the product of Arunia. Phase 3 data was amazing, like better than any expectation. Yeah, it's a legitimate board. I mean, the new CEO is good. His previous history of success. I'm always going to have a soft spot for Arunia. The question is, when is the buyout going to happen? And it will, because,
when is the PDUFA date?
I don't know. Is it January or something? I don't know. I don't know what PDUFA date is.
All right, but
I think it's Q1 sometime.
You're looking at that as almost a short thing, right?
Yeah, you're not going to get anything in PDUFA, I don't think. I mean, there's no way this is as much of a shoe-in as you can get. I mean, you might get like 10-15%, like with BioCris. I mean, the real money is from the buyout.
Yeah. All right, so this is a buy and hold by Jake. Buy and hold. That's what you're doing with this? You're going to buy it and hold it?
So I'm not even in it right now. I'm waiting a little bit because I don't think buyout's going to happen until after PDUFA and sometime Q1. But yeah, I would buy and hold. Now, if you can time when a buyout's going to happen, I would do calls, but I'm not doing that. No one knows when that's going to happen. Now, I'll tell you when you're screwed if the new CEO get approved from Dr. Glickman to actually take this thing to market, which is crazy, by the way. It's absolutely nuts. Glickman has always said he do not want to take it to market. He always said either a buyout or a partner, right?
Okay.
But if they're taking this to market, then yeah, I mean, I would get I would get out. Yeah.
Mm.
BCRX might be taking HAE to market.
They're definitely taking HAE to market, and I have more faith in them taking it it to market than Arunia because they're just not built for that. I mean, once Glickman always said buy out, buy out, buy out. He's done it before. He wants to do it again. So
yeah, I don't think BCRX is they're gonna definitely take it to market. I mean, they've poached so many from Takeda. Their sales team is beefed up. I like where they're going for sure.
They could be bought too.
Yeah, they could, but I don't think they need to be successful.
Probably not, but they get a nice sweet offer, you know.
Sure.
yeah, and Stonehouse, I mean, actually, so he's not as impressive as Glickman, right? Just based on previous experience, but when he was at Merck, he was in M&A, and the chairman of the board for BioCris, super impressive guy. I mean, he was responsible for the merger between Glaxo Wellcome and GlaxoSmithKline.
I remember that.
He made modern day GSK. So they do have merger and acquisition experience and tendencies, but it looks like they're probably going to just going in alone or with a partner and taking the market.
I tell you from the chart, it looks like there isn't too much downside. 14 and a quarter, I like in support. So you're not far from that mark. Or if you think it's weak market, you look to get in at around 14.27. So I'm not afraid to buy here. I might even pull one of those buy after the shows before the market closes, or even after the market closes. I'm going to watch this one reaction.
I just don't know how much upside for Arunia. I mean, at a buyout, you're probably getting like anywhere from 35 to 45, which is pretty good. 2 to 3x. Not as good as like when phase 3 happened, which is like 5 to 25, right?
Right.
So,
yeah. My point is, I don't think there's much downside. So.
Yeah. It's relatively safe. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I want to go to an exciting one that Big Tech's mentioned, and I charted on the show a couple of times. I'm getting wealthy. I mean, the market is making me too much money, which always gets me nervous. Whenever I'm on a hot streak like this, I say I got to take some off the table because it's not going to be like this forever. You're talking about lupus drug. They have an MS drug that looks very good. Very exciting company. The chart is amazing. Will it retrace some of this green candle? Probably. Will it fill this gap? Maybe. Hope not. That's a big gap. That would be all the way down to 29.62. I don't see that happening. I always like when you get a big green candle like this, usually it retraces half of it. So that would be my entry point if I wanted to get in or if I wanted to add. I'm actually thinking of taking a little off the table at this point.
This is the multiple sclerosis one?
This is the MS, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Big Techs, who's watching the show live from wherever he's watching it, probably Texas. Maybe from your neck of the woods, Big.
Yeah, I've been invested in one that has literally an identical chart to this ALBO. This looks exactly like what happened. Mid-20s up to 40 right on the phase 3 data.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the midpoint to draw the line, but it's not letting me. So,
have they announced, or do you think they're going to raise or anything? Or
I don't know. But I'm probably going to take a little off the table. I don't think I'll take half, but I'll take a little.
Yeah, because with ALBO, it's this rare pediatric liver condition one. It went from 25 up to like 45, and then they raised it 40. Then it went down to 30, and now it's back up. But
All I can say is big shout out to Big Techs on this one. Lake I called on the nose on Wednesday, like the freaking genius that I really am, right? I showed my genius on this one. Of course, Linda whispered in my ear, "Do it, do it, do it." So I did it. So I couldn't have played it better. I bought it right after the close on Wednesday. What did the close at? 21 something. It's back down to that level, but I sold it pre-market. I didn't get the high of the day. 24.24 was the high. I got 23.70, something like that. Did okay. Made a couple of points. I mean, not a big deal, but for a 2-day trade, I'll take it. And I had shares to begin with, so it's fine. Where do you go with this one? I don't know. I'm not a believer anymore. So you have to talk to Professor Spike, who said he's going to hold it, looking for more. I don't know what he did. I didn't talk to him. So we had a little disagreement on Wednesday. I said sell it pre-market. He said hold it. So I don't know what he wound up doing. Hopefully, he listened to me. Take a look at the next one. This is the next frontier, Virgin Galactic, right? You can't buy SpaceX, so you can buy this one. I bought it. I bought it in teens. I'm very happy I put my investment. I bought it again recently in the teens. So I have not a great position, a small position. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have to analyze it a little bit, but today's candle is ugly. Maybe I might even just take a little off the table here. Ring the cash register on this one. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it. I'm not promising I'm selling, but I may. I'll probably make some moves after this show. I'm not going to sell all of it. I'll sell some of it probably, because I think I'm not trusting the market as a whole. The S&P is down 30 on the day. Is that right? That's not good. I don't know if that's still right. If that's an old number, a new number.
I think it's right.
Yeah. Jake, this is the one you told us about that's almost illegal. SRE.
Yeah, the Momentous Space is the name of the company.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your friend bought it before it went public, and he's still not selling, right? Is that
He's not selling. Yeah. I think
right, so you got
they
it
went in when it was a 20 million valuation.
right. You know something? I'm not selling either. It came back to the 9-day. I'm going to just hold this one. I'll be a little greedy. Hold it and watch it with one hand on the sell button, because I don't want my profits to evaporate. So I'm going to watch this one carefully. Now it's okay. I found support at the 9-day. I mean, it went parabolic, not hyperbolic, parabolic. So a little pullback is to be expected here. Nothing dramatic. Now, this is an interesting one because I sold some LCA, which had a nice run, sold it, to go into DMYT, which also had a nice run. I'm probably about even on the sell and buy. But I just want to share. This one is consolidating here, off the run all the way to 2094. So, you know, the gaming stocks are hot. I see no reason to sell my purchase. I might even add. So that's where we are. Does anybody have an urgent need for me to short something? If not, I'm going to end the show.
Nah, go outside. Enjoy your Friday, man.
Yes, yes. I want to get a little fresh air. Definitely.
I'm actually driving. I'm driving to New York right now, Dr. J. I'm driving to Brooklyn.
You're in Brooklyn?
No, I'm going to drive there right after this call.
Well, if you go over to Brooklyn Bridge, think of my website because I'll show it to you. I'll show it to everybody. I put it together with, you know, spit, basically. I put it together real quick using a template. And obviously it's a prototype.
When are we starting our stock competition?
Well, I have to figure out how to link the dynamic page that has the spreadsheets on them to the website, which I can't figure out how to do it yet. I haven't tried since the weekend. But this is the Brooklyn Bridge. So think of the website as you drive across it.
Will do.
And I have an about.
Mm.
I think Clarence's apps is in the about page because I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. I'll probably have to do this. Is very early prototype, so keep that in mind. And keep in mind that I don't know from websites. First one I tried. My stock of the week was CTI Biopharma, which I wrote up a little bit, a little blurb on that one. Eventually, we'll sell some Dr. J merchandise. They can either have Jake's picture, my picture, Professor Spike's picture, a name. We'll figure it out.
How fun!
This is the contest, which I haven't figured out how to. I wanted to link it in it somehow. I got to figure out how to do it. It's not easy because I haven't found any documentation yet, so I'm playing with it. All right, so it's really good seeing everybody. Jigglypuff says, what speculation? Oh, Clarence knows how to do it.
Oh, there we go.
I may
Hired.
Clarence. It's using oneandone.com's template. Clarence knows how to link it. All right. Just use Google Sheets, but I am using Google Sheets. It's called a dynamic page. I can get the sheets into the dynamic page, but I can't get the dynamic page onto the website. Linda, what is it, 22 for Jiggly? Oh, XXII. One more. One more for the road, a quickie.
XXII.
I thought it was Super Bowl 22. I didn't know what that was. Didn't you think it was Super Bowl 22? Oh, it's accumulation today. Man, this thing is moving. Jiggly, good pick.
It's on a roll.
Yeah, it may not be too late. Looking at this chart, it looks yummy. Congratulations, Jiggly. Nice picking. All right, so that'll do it for today. We're ending with a winner, a real good winner. I doubted that it would run this high. So really nice move. I'm happy for you, Jiggly. Heath is got a new favorite, Arjun. Adios, amigos. See you all Wednesday. Ciao.
Peace.